Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. Subterranean Press has delivered a package and I want to show you what it is. This one, however, has got me a little bit worried. It took a crunch in the system. The United States Postal Service is not perfect and occasionally packages take a beating. This one took a little bit of a shock. Now the good thing is, with my experience with Subterranean Press, they do a very good job of padding their packages to help ensure that hopefully they'll arrive in that primo tip-top condition that we're all expecting when we place an order. I didn't tell you what this one is. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that. This one is Skin Game by Jim Butcher. Ever hear of him? Well, I have. And there's actually some Jim Butcher, Harry Dresden news going on right now that we'll talk about in a few minutes. If you remind me, don't let me forget. There's something I wanted to ask you about coming up. But Skin Game is the 15th novel in the Harry Dresden series, the 15th installment, and it's rated very highly on Goodreads. I haven't read this one. I haven't gotten far enough in the series yet. Sometimes when it comes to long series, I don't read them right away. I got a big tall stack of books that I'm reading, so I kind of drag in the series, maybe lagging a little bit behind, but it's all good because guess what? Hopefully the books will be around for a good long time and I'll have plenty of time to read them, and if I don't, well, I won't miss it anyway. It'll be too late for me. But without any further of that stuff they call ado, let's open this thing up and take a look. That's what I'm here for, and I assume that's what you're here for too. So like I said, Subterranean Press does a phenomenal job of packaging, and I'm really, really hoping for the best because there's nothing that's worse than getting a book that's busted up and having to deal with that hassle. You already have to wait for a book to get, after you place an order, for a book to get printed and published and bound and all that kind of stuff, packaged up, shipped out, show up at your house, and then you get one that's beat up, busted up, and then it just delays the whole program. You have to aggravate a publisher and all that kind of stuff. But I'm hoping that all of this added cushion did its job, and that the book that was packaged by Emmy, thank you, Emmy. Hopefully we can say good job. It looks like a really good job. This book that was packaged by Emmy comes through in shining colors because I'm sure Emmy is proud of her work, takes pride in her job, and doesn't want to have the post office override it. So we'll ditch that big old box that's full of the white puffy stuff, padding, and we'll see how things turned out with Skin Game. So we're busting up, breaking through this padded envelope. Again, you folks that have bought from Subterranean Press, you're kind of you've grown to expect good packaging. And something that they started doing not too long ago, hasn't been all that long, was putting extra bubble stuff on the corners to help, once again, extra steps to ensure that your books arrive in nice shape like we expect. So hopefully it's all good. Got our Subterranean Press bookmark with advertising upcoming things, and this time they're advertising one of my favorite authors of all time, Lawrence Block. And anyway, Subterranean Press is publishing these 3 books from Lawrence Block. They're old books that have been published over and over, but these are signed and limited editions. So jump on it. I promise you, Lawrence Block, having trouble with the rocks. Lawrence Block is awesome. If you ever get a chance, check out the Bernie Roddenbar Burglar series. Check out the Matthew Scudder series. Check out the C.J. Keller Hitman series. And finally, check out the other series, which I just jumped in, and already I'm having trouble remembering. Evan Tanner, that's it. Check out that series. Lawrence Block's been around a while, and he's written a whole bunch of stuff, so if you get into him, it's a whole new world. Lots and lots of books. But without any further delay, let's take a look at Skin Game, book 15 of the Dresden Files. Let me remove my taped corner padding protectors here. Great job, Subterranean Press. Thank you for the extra effort in helping to get me my stuff in good shape. The effort is well worth it. There are publishers out there at least one, who I've sworn off buying directly from the publisher. A publisher who makes books that I collect and have quite a few of their books over the years. And I'm not going to buy anything else from them if I can help it. I'm going to go to other companies like Camelot Books, order from them. That way I'm more likely to get a book that's not busted up because of bad packaging and things like that. Anyway, this is about Subterranean Press, and they do a great job. And this is about Harry Dresden and Jim Butcher, Skin Game, signed in limited editions. The artwork on this book is from Vincent Chong. He did the dust jacket art as well as I just read, many interior illustrations. So let's take a look and see what many means. I think that's what it said, many interior illustrations. The cover of this book, it looks really nice. And this whole series is wrought with excellent covers from Subterranean Press. Like I said, don't forget, I want to talk about something related to this series here in a minute. Remind me, please, because I'm liable to forget. Oh, but let's look at the spine. Looks nice. And in the back, continuation of the same type of design, only doesn't have the Harry Dresden image on the cover. Let's take off this dust jacket. Very fine dust jacket, very nice, I like it. And take a look at our book with no clothes on. Completely naked, that's the front. Bare cloth cover. There's our spine and the bareback, going bareback. All right, let me take a look at this. The sewn binding. You see what people want to take a look at the binding. Can you see that? I don't know. Sewn binding looks good, looks nice. Everything is nice and neat. I see no outside issues at all with this book. It looks like Subterranean Press has taken good care of me. Got me something that's just too sweet. And it looks like I slid in just under the, like Indiana Jones trying to steal that little gold things, right under the door there at the last second, and reached through and grabbed his hat because he didn't want to get busted. Signed and numbered. Very nice. Signed is always better, and I go for signed and limited editions. I really dig them. What I want to do here now is flip through. There's supposed to be quite a bit. That was the impression I got anyway, reading through the description of this book from Subterranean Press when I ordered it. There's supposed to be quite a bit of artwork in the book. So let's see what I can find. So we stumbled upon one interior illustration, and I'm afraid I might be skipping some. I don't know. In this case, the image doesn't go all the way to the top and to the bottom, so it's very conceivable that I've passed by some, which would be completely sad, because that's what I'm here to show you. I want to show you this stuff that you can't see on the Subterranean Press website, but through the power of forward thinking, I'll see if there's a way that I can find them all, or find them some, whatever, find some of them. Hey, I found one. Look at here, look at here. Take a look at that artwork from Vincent Chong. Vincent, I hope I'm not skipping over some. I kind of feel like I'm missing some of these pictures here. But anyway, I'm doing my best, so we'll see what we can catch. So I found another one of these cool pictures here. Man, it looks good. Some neat artwork in these books. I love illustrated books. It always adds a little bit of fun, a little bit of something, excitement to the book and to the reading experience. All right, here's another cool looking image. So I'm finding some. I still feel like I might be missing some. The way they're designed, where you have white edges around, the pictures just don't jump out when I'm letting my fingers do the walking. I'm just going back through to help make sure I don't skip any. If I've skipped any of the images and you find out, you figure it out, how about yell at me? Yell at me in the comments. You know how you yell in comments? All capital letters and put exclamation point in there every now and then. People say that's yelling on the internet. Yell at me in the comments and let me know what pictures I missed. Tell me even what page it's on, for crying out loud. But I think I've found them all. And one last thing I wanted to see, how many pages are we talking about in this edition of this book? 491 pages. 491 pages in this book. So once again, Subterranean Press has truly delivered. They've delivered the goods, sent out a great looking book, one that's going to be having a proud spot on the shelf, a book you can be proud of, a great addition to the series. And speaking of the series, and you were supposed to remind me of something. You were supposed to remind me, and you didn't. But lucky for all of us, I got a good remembery. I'm good at remembering things because I got a good remembery. Anyway, I remembered. Lucky for all of us, I remembered. Let me set this down before I do something damaging to a book I don't want to damage. There's a publisher out there called Easton Press. Ever hear of it? And I collect a lot of Easton Press books. They are, let me just pull one real quick to give you an example of an Easton Press book. This is Neuromancer by William Gibson. Let's grab another one real quick. This is Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. And I pulled these two out because they're science fiction-y, but also these are signed editions from Easton Press. So they create a book, leather bound, this gold embossed lettering, ribbed spines, which really give it a classy look, 22 karat gold gilt page ends, a built-in ribbon marker, all this kind of stuff. A very classic design of book. And they have signed editions. They're not all signed. Most of them are not signed, but they do have signed editions. And this is an example right here of a signature page, a signed edition. Also comes with a certificate of authenticity, which happens to additionally be signed by the author and a witness and other people. They're not all the same. But they come with really nice stuff. I collect Easton Press books that I actually like. So I don't collect all of their books, but the ones that come out that I think are cool, I often try to get them. So I have some. But Easton Press is coming out with a signed edition. They've already come out with it. I think yesterday, today, the day before today, they announced, that would be what? That would be May the 13th. Friday the 13th, I think, is the day they announced it. That they were going to have a signed edition of Stormfront by Jim Butcher, signed by the author, Jim Butcher. The very first book in the Dresden Files. Pretty cool. The very first Harry Dresden novel. A signed edition from Easton Press, and I'm excited for it. I want it. I'm going to get one coming my way. So what I'm curious about, what do you think? It's a different publisher than one might expect for a relatively modern science fiction, fantasy type of stories. But it's a very good publisher that I like. So what do you think? Does the mix work for you? Because I think it's kind of cool. I've got several modern-ish, science fiction-ish type stories in the Easton Press editions. So it's not classic H.G. Wells stuff, but it's more modern stuff, and I think it's neat to have it on the shelf, especially when they're signed. So I'm getting one coming my way. How about you? Hit me up in the comments once again if what you think. Is Easton Press a publisher for the Dresden Files or not? Either way, what do you think? I'm going to get one coming my way. How about you? With that being said, I can think of no more lies to tell, so c'est la vie, baby. Farewell and adieu to you, fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you, ladies of Spain, for we've all received orders to sail out of Boston. And I don't know the rest of the words, but I'll never see you again. Maybe I'll see you again. Hopefully I will. If I didn't run you off with my singing, then you've got a good constitution. Hopefully you'll come back again. Anyway, thank you. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.